Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video today, it's about Sakura's R4 effect, about the damage increase buff, how much the damage increases, and how the damage increase works in the game, right? So we can take a look here. Sakura R4 effect, when her HP is above 50%, I think this is her HP, right? Then ally damage increased by 12%. So this 12% after my several testing, some get effect, some doesn't get effect, and some and how it takes effect. So this is the video, like I'm gonna explain to you what kind of damage get effect by this 12%, what kind of damage doesn't get applied with this 12%. Right, so if we take a look here, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do a testing first. So I'm gonna show you my Ollie's S1 damage first to enemies damage, right? So let's take a look here. Okay, so now if I S1 on this guy here, and let's see how much damage I'm gonna deal. 14053. Alright, I'm gonna deal 14053 without any damage increase. Okay, then now I'm gonna change it with Sakura together. So as long as Sakura is in the battle, I'm gonna get the benefit. Let me take down Sakura's equipment so it won't mess up. Okay. Right, so as long as Sakura is in the battle, I'm gonna have a damage increase. Alright, so now I'm gonna S1 on this same guy here. Just now previously was 14053, is it? Now is 16033, which is damage increase already. Okay, then furthermore, now we're gonna calculate is if this 12% damage increase from Sakura R4 is based on total damage, then multiplied by 12%, or is the base damage before calculating the sear and defend break, then only multiplied by 12%. So here I'm going to use Chuyao here to apply the sear and defend break on the target here. Oh, I'm faster. Let me change my Chuyao skill as well. Alright, let's see. Sear and defend break. Okay, then my Ollie. Follow up with S1. The damage increased to 31k709. Okay, this one is without Sakura. 31k and 709. Okay, so it increased from 14k and then it jumps up to 13k and 709. And now if we put in Sakura to increase another 12%, so we're gonna see is it a total damage increase. So now I'm gonna S1 first to apply sear and defend break, and then only follow up the damage. You can see that it increased to 3600 already this time. So we can see this damage here is actually based on, so the closest we can get is actually 31k709 times 12% of the damage increase from Sakura R4. So we add up together, we're gonna get something closer to 36k, which is 35.5k. Maybe there's some other calculation like elemental advantage, all those stuff, but it's not going to be the base damage from the S1, because S1 12% it only increased by 1600, which means this 12% ally damage is actually the final damage output, because it total up everything and then times 12%. So it can be going higher, because the more damage you deal, then the more value this 12% is, which is very, very strong buff, because the more damage you deal, the higher damage Sakura able to provide you just by passively herself. Right, then the next one testing we're gonna do is gonna be true damage. So one of the most unique or one of the most obvious true damage is gonna be Jinchu. So let's take a look. If Jinchu gonna damage on the enemy, and then after we apply on Sakura, will the damage increase or not? Because we do know that true damage will not affect by other condition in terms of increased damage, but it does affect by calamity debuff. Okay, but let's take a look here. We're gonna cast S1. 9689. Okay, 9689, and then now if I put in Sakura, will it take effect or not? Alright, so now if I put in Sakura here and we take a look, same thing, I'm gonna cast S1, still remain 9689, which means true damage will not get effect by Sakura's R4 passive. Even though Jinchu's true damage. The true damage actually will get affected by Calamity set debuff, but it won't get affected by Sakura, so this is already tested. Okay, then another thing is, since true damage is white color damage number, the other white color damage number we have is actually from Genie. Okay, so Genie here, Genie won't crit, right? But the damage is not considered as true damage. It didn't mention anything about true damage. It just mentioned it won't crit. So Genie's damage is not true damage, and we're gonna see will Genie's damage affected by Sakura's R4. So same thing, I'm gonna put Genie's damage first. Then I'm gonna apply on the same target. I'm gonna cast S1. 8,608. Okay, even though it's a white number, but this is not true damage. Now I'm gonna put in Sakura here, and then same thing, I'm gonna S1 on this target here. Alright, you can see the damage does increase from 8,600. Now it increased to 9,600, which means Genie's damage, even though it's white colored number, but it's because it's not true damage, will still get affected by Sakura's damage buff. Then the other thing we're gonna test is Suje's true damage. So Suje have a passive damage, which is this one here, the funeral rite at the start of combat. When where is it? Funeral rite damage increased by 5% when an ally attack. Each stack deals extra true damage. So this one is also true damage, but what we're gonna test now is, will this kind of special true damage from Suje's passive get affected by Sakura? So I'm gonna cast S1 here. Okay, my true damage is 9919, right? The red color one. This time we are looking at the red color number, 9919. And then if I put in Sakura now, and I cast S1 on the same target, let's take a look at the red number. Okay, still 9919. Okay, which means even though it's a different color of number, like Jinchu one is white color true damage, Suje one is red color true damage, but as long as true damage, it won't get applied by Sakura's effect. Okay, then now we're gonna test is poison damage. So poison damage here, the one that deals by max HP damage. So now let's take a look here. Okay, let's put S2 poison. Alright, so let's take a look at the first guy here. So this first guy here have 3 stacks of poison. This one, 3 stacks of poison. It takes 3,057 poison damage, right? 3 stacks. Okay, now let's retry it, and this time I put Sakura in and see if the damage is gonna increase by the same stack. Alright, so we're gonna test on this guy here. So let's see if we get 3 stack. Right, this time it's also 3 stack. Let's see the damage. It's still the same, 3,057. So poison damage won't get increased by Sakura's passive. But there's one interesting thing is, we have another poison called bleed. We have another debuff called bleed. Alright, let's use Alolan as an example here. Alright, so I'm going to use S1 and cast it on this guy here. S1 bleed. Let's see, 1,496 bleed damage, right? But if I'm going to put in Sakura here, just now it's 1,496. Now I'm going to put in Sakura, and let's see the damage difference. So I'm going to cast S1, apply beat, and now you can see the bleed increases to 1,675 now, which means bleed debuff will get effect by Sakura's ally damage increase. Poison won't work, but bleed will work. Okay, the bleed here is increase the debuff. The damage is based on the caster attack, but no idea why it actually affects from Sakura's damage increase. Okay, then the last one from this testing here is gonna be Meredith. Why Meredith is because Meredith S3 is actually a max HP damage. Oh, not legendary, epic. Right, Meredith S3 here is a max HP damage up to 50% of Meredith damage. But we're gonna see is, can we actually increase this damage from Sakura's passive? Okay, let's try and see. Okay, so Meredith here, S3, I'm dealing 7,366. But now if I put in Sakura, can we boost the damage, even though it's a true damage, but this true damage is actually based on max HP, because you can see here, attack one enemy, damage 30% of the enemy max HP. So it didn't mention is it a true damage or not, but it scales with the enemy max HP base up to 50% of relative HP. So if I put in Sakura here and I cast S3, you can see the damage is still 7,366, which means max HP scaling damage won't get affected by Sakura. So I assume it's gonna be the same thing for Ollie S3 as well. So Ollie S3 here, I think the damage 200% here will get affected by Sakura's damage increase, but this certain percentage of enemy max HP will not affected by Sakura's damage increase. So this is how Sakura's R4 effect is going to work. So is it really worth to get Sakura's R4? I would say yes, because in terms of PvP or even in PvE, this R4 effect here is going to be very good, because as long as Sakura's HP is up to 50%, there will always have a damage boost for your team, and it's a free damage boost. It's going to be very good. Alright, so short conclusion here. So this R4 effect is very good. The ally damage increase overall is very good. Like most of the situation you'll get benefit, because the only damage that won't get benefit from is actually just true damage, either from Suje or Jinshu. All these things that is mentioned, true damage will not get damage increase, and also poison won't get damage increase. But other than that, every content, like including bleed damage as well, actually will get affected by this ally damage. So it's gonna be a very good passive boost. You can even use it like all kind of DPS content. You can also use her, because you can treat her kind of like a R2 Ethan, but different buff. Like R2 Ethan is when you start the combat, you're gonna have crit rate increase, you're gonna have crit damage increase, you're gonna have speed increase. But Sakura's one is as long as she's 50% above, then ally damage will always have a 12% more increase, which is a very good buff to actually go for. So for those players who are still thinking should you go for Sakura, I would say R2 it doesn't really matter. But if you really want something juicy for your Falsetto Fantasy damage increase, especially in Sonica, it might be a good thing to actually go for this damage ally, including PvP as well. Like she's a healer, but if you go to R4, she's a healer plus a very strong buffer passively. So I think it's worth to actually go for R4. It really depends on, do you think it's worth it? I think it's good, worth to go R4. Even going for R5 is R6 is worth it for the stacking itself. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I'm just calculating like what kind of damage actually will get affected by the by Sakura's R4. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is Gen MP, Rosas15, Moncult Rajali, the Bluest Chulain, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Shawnee, Von Hexa, Luxley, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Noah Archive, and Marlene Williams. Thank you so much for the support, and special thanks to everyone who have been 1 month, 2 month, and 4 months strict in my support. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.